Hello, hello. Good morning. I cannot believe that it is Monday morning and we are getting ready to step over into April. I think that that is so crazy. Oh my goodness. Um, Guys, the month of March, wait a minute, the whole year has flown by, and I cannot believe that we're going into April 1st. And this is not an April Fool's pre-joke. This is a live where I am literally jumping on here on a Monday morning. Had a few minutes. I was talking to Albarran. And I thought, you know what? Let's jump on a live and say hello to everybody and kind of, reintroduce Alex to you and what he means to me exactly. Alex, you're on. Hello and welcome.
Hey, Christy, thanks so much for having me. And I'm glad that we can have this at, like you mentioned, the end of quarter 1. Because a lot of people, whether it's their finances or their business or whatever their targets are with their New Year's resolution, they're like, oh, in the next 90 days, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take action. And then now we're 90 days in, so people can kind of reassess, like, okay, well, where am I at? And I think the crazy stat is like 98% of people drop their New Year's resolution in like the first week or two. So I think it's good timing that we came on pretty much at the end of quarter 1 to kind of.
Oh no, did I lose you or did everybody lose me? Can everybody see me? Because Alex kind of jumped off of the screen. Hello, hello. Can you hear me okay?
There we go. Now you're
Oh,
back.
is it me? Am I the one that froze up? Because I'm not surprised. My internet has been all over the place this morning. We had big storms go through here this morning, so I don't know
Oh,
if they
dang.
if they are oh, okay, so everybody says they can see us. Okay, good.
Okay.
All right. So, I wanted to bring you on because you were telling me, I think it was, what is today? I was thinking you were telling me Friday that you are about to have a 3-day webinar that I was not aware of. And so I kind of wanted to jump on here and let everybody know that if they're interested in any services that you have to offer, that this is a great opportunity for them to learn a little bit more from you directly. So tell me a little bit about that.
Awesome. So number one, it's $7, right? So this isn't like, oh, sign up for my, $5,000 mastermind or anything like that. It's literally $7. You can join. I mean, on your phone. It's on Zoom. It's kind of like if you guys attended Christie's 3-day virtual event. It's kind of like that where you can be anywhere. And I've had people sign up in Australia, like all over the world so far. And it's 3 days. Christy and I have done a lot of free webinars that have been, I feel, amazing. They've gotten great feedback, but it's an hour. It's 90 minutes. Like after the introduction, after we dive in, I can only sprinkle so much deep dive information and answer questions because I promote it as a 60-minute or hour-long webinar. People, they budget that. I don't like to make it 2 hours. So it's my first time doing a 3-day, but it's not all day, every day. It's 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, starting at 5:30 p.m. Eastern each day. And it's 2 hours a day. So it's not a whole 9 to 5 sort of thing, but it is immersion, right? That's what I've learned, that if we can immerse ourselves into, as I mentioned, people started this year, I'm going to start my business, I'm going to build the coaching business, I'm going to quit the 9 to 5 or whatever their initial goals were. They can take this challenge for, it's the price of a Starbucks coffee or a few Diet Cokes. Like it's
Right.
not expensive in terms of dollars. It is expensive in terms of your commitment to say, you know what? I'm not where I need to be. I need to grow. I'm hungry to grow and I need the knowledge. I need the training. And again, it's not an hour long kind of like fluffy webinar. It's 6 hours. If not, it might be a little longer some nights, but 6 hours. And I'm going to be diving into how can you sell what you know, just like Christy does, just like I do, and so many of my other clients. They don't have fancy credentials, they don't have degrees, but they have knowledge, they have experience, they have expertise that they package into a business. So it's going to be the first time I've dove deep in 3 days like this. And again, it's literally the price of a Starbucks coffee. Christy might put the link somewhere in the chat. But again, it can be more in depth, it's more comprehensive. And so I'm very excited. And it starts this Wednesday.
Okay, so the people that don't understand who Alex is to me, Alex started with me when I started Fantastic. So I have some of you guys asking, what this is pertaining to. Just, giving you all a heads up of who helped me start my business when it comes to Fantastic. So Alex has been, I always say that you're more than, a coach that I hired. You have turned into one of my best friends because of how you've proven yourself business wise. I mean, you started out, not just showing me how to set up my lighting, what cameras I needed, how often to post on the YouTube channel. I mean, you have had your hand in everything when it comes to the setup of Fantastic. And every day we're still talking, and we're almost 3 years into this. And it's just been, guys, if you're seeing the channel and you're seeing what it has developed into, yes, it takes a lot of work to, get something up and running, to move as fast as it has. I just call the blessing of the Lord. But with Alex, being right by my side, helping me to set this up, and from my landing pages, any landing pages you see, my emails, we work on those constantly. We're just talking about in general, even contracts. Alex, you really surprised me with that. I had no idea how good you were with that until I had to form a serious contract, and you were right there showing me how to do that. So you literally have had your hand in everything that I do on this channel. And I just think that it needs to be shared. I mean, you need to be shared with people as to, what you do in the back. People don't see you. They don't see you behind me when I'm doing the videos or when I'm having these one-on-ones and stuff. But you're there. And I just, I kind of want to share you with everybody, because in the event somebody's trying to start a business, or they're even thinking about it, or maybe they have one that's up, but it's just not running, you know, just throwing it out there, you may be the one they need to get in contact with. So since you're having the 3-day webinar, that you're kind of going to go into a deep dive on what you do, I think that's an excellent opportunity for people to jump in.
Oh, thank you so much. And yeah, Grace and I, my soon to be wife, we definitely consider you and Scott some of our best friends. We're old souls. So like a lot of, kids our age, they're out and about on like a, Friday night. But I think we just relate to, people that are a little more down to earth. They're building things, they're very family and value oriented. So I think we've always gone along, but we've developed a really solid relationship. So I I really again, I appreciate you even giving me a shot a few years ago, but of course, just maintaining the relationship and, like you said, doing the work. It's been all you. I've only given you nuggets and kind of sprinkles here and there and some strategy, but you really have put in the work. And so that's why anybody watching, yes, if you get the roadmap, you can learn from maybe my mistakes and yes, my success, but more importantly, you can learn from what I shouldn't have done, or you should do this instead. And that's going to save you years of trial and error and figuring things out. But I've noticed, Christy, a lot of my clients recently, they're actually in what you would consider like successful 9 to 5 jobs. Like they're making 6 figures or 75,000 or 150,000. Like they're making, you would consider good income, but they see AI coming down the pipeline. They see their company trying to cut people, and they're like, wow, I'm doing okay right now. Again, okay, not amazing. I'm doing okay, but what if I get cut tomorrow? I have really no way to build a business or get started. So the best time my clients ideally can start something like this is, again, using their existing skills or expertise or knowledge from corporate or from like your experience paying off your debt and learning about your finances. That's specifically what this challenge and this online event is about. So again, the best time to start a business is when you don't need to make the money, right? Because it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight by any means. So if you're in that position thinking about it, you're kind of like the investigator, I call them. It's $7. You should just check it out, because now's the time to start something, so that 5 years from now, you're way ahead of the game versus saying, oh, wow, I just got, laid off and now I'm way behind and I don't know if I can ever catch up.
Okay, I am looking right now. I'm actually getting your link. I'm going to post it in the chat just in case somebody's interested and they want to, check out your landing page on that or whatever. But guys, it wouldn't be fair. Just like I'm always telling them that I put the options on this channel of what, they can do. I could care less what people end up doing. I'm not here to force feed people anything, but I'm certainly here to show people what options they have in everything. I just didn't know a lot of these things. I didn't know that you could hire people, I guess, to actually be your coach and show you how to do everything in a business and them kind of be your right hand man. I just didn't even hit me that, that could happen. That somebody with as much knowledge as you've brought to the table are out there, because you feel like everybody is a scammer. Everybody is out to, my eye is leaking. My eye is raining.
That's how you know this is live. Exactly.
This is live. I'm sorry, guys.
But let me piggyback on what you said, and then
okay.
I just want to chime in real quick. So that's the idea. It's like, okay, so if you know so much, then why are you sharing it? Like, why are you sharing the secrets? That's what, of course, some people say sometimes, and it's like you could say that about Christy, you could say that about me. It's like at the end of the day, that's scarcity versus abundance, right? Like even if a client of mine like you goes from zero and builds a very successful business, there's in no way how that's going to negatively affect me, right? Like it's not a negative, it's a positive, because you're growing, we grow together. So when you think maybe somebody watching this thought that at one time, it's like, if I have this knowledge, it's fun to help other people and impact them, saying, hey, you are doing this right now, but if you go this way instead of that way, that one decision that I made that I learned from might save you 12 months or 18 months and save you tons of money lost and opportunity cost as well. And so I think it's a difference of scarcity, like, oh, I have this knowledge, so let me hold on to it and I'm the only one that can benefit from it. That's just not the way the world works in actuality, and that's not the way that God intended it to be. So yeah, I just wanted to add that.
I agree. And you know what? That's what I said at the beginning. The channel, my business, when it comes to Fantastic, all of the glory goes to God with that, because his favor is obviously over the channel, from where I'm getting out the information that I feel like that help me, and that people need to understand that there are options out there to do things differently than we've actually been taught to do them. And so when I run into people that have not scammed me out of money, I'm going to share them, because there's so few out there. It seems like everybody is trying to make a quick dollar. And it's so unfair to the person that really, really wants to do better. But they're falling for crazy stuff that just is, I've fallen for it this year. Two things. I'm just going to share this. I've fallen for two things this year, Alex, you don't even know about.
What was that? Yeah,
Well,
I don't know about that.
yeah, I don't share my stupidity. I only share the things that work. And so I literally, okay, my eye is raining again. What is up? The reason I say raining is the girls used to watch a cartoon when they were little, and it was dinosaurs. And Littlefoot, I believe it was Littlefoot, that cartoon. And the dinosaur used to, when somebody was crying, he'd say, "Oh, her eyes are raining." I always thought that was so sweet. Anyway, sorry. Here we go. We're going back. But I bought into two programs that I thought was going to better me. One, I bought into an online course that I thought, oh, this will help me, set up everything. It's going to, be the bomb because they have all these promises wrapped around it. They do all these videos on it. Everything seems so real that, oh, you're going to do this. And I literally could put in AI what they gave me for $8,000.
Wow.
$8,000, because you think, okay, well, you got to spend money to make money, or what is it? Spend money to make money?
Yeah.
That's a lie from the devil. So I've learned that lesson really hard. I did that, not this year. I did that in about September of last year.
Mhm.
And then this year, I bought into something that I have never mentioned on the YouTube channel because neither one of these, you'll never hear it come out of my mouth because they are a farce to me. They're big on YouTube. But I bought into this thing that trains you how to um, work in a certain type of real estate and how to go about, setting up these. No, they didn't teach you nothing. They advertise it as, oh, yeah, you're going to be able to, go out and do this in your community. And then you're going to, triple what you put into that by doing this and that. And it literally doesn't even work in most areas. You have to be in certain areas for that to even work in real estate. So, information I could have used before I paid $3,900 to get into that. So that's what I'm saying. There's 8, 9, 10, 11, almost $12,000 that I threw away trying to better myself. And that's so aggravating to me. And Alex, I
Mhm.
should have come to you and said, hey, what do you think about this? But I didn't. I didn't even think about it. So the point
And
is that people, Alex is the real deal. At least he's been everything to me that I've needed business wise. And you know what, Alex, I have a feeling we're not done growing because I get new ideas every day and I need to bounce them off of you. I just haven't had a lot of time to talk about my new ideas. But I'm going to be reaching out to you later today because I've
oh
had some
yeah.
really good ones. And it's like when you
Nice.
have somebody like Alex to bounce this stuff off of and say, what do you think about that? Most of the time, you think my ideas are really great and we go for it. But if you don't think it's a good idea, you're like, maybe you should, even with the editor,
Mhm.
just going to say this out loud, the editor that I've been looking at a new one, and you even said, well, why don't you trickle into it? Like, have him do this, this, and this. And then I'm like, what a great idea. That way you don't just hire on, a full-time person and then not be happy with their work. So you give me so many good ideas. I just appreciate you so much. And I feel like that the people should at least get the opportunity to know you're out there, and thus why we're doing this live right now. So thank you so much for joining me today, Alex. I did put your link in the
Mhm.
chat for anybody that wants to go check out the 3-day webinar that you're getting ready to start. And what was the dates on that again?
So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern each day. I'm really not a fan of the recording. So even if you can show up 2 days out of the three, I would recommend it because it's about the engagement. It's about seeing other people ask questions in the chat. It's almost like think of a live conference, like there's networking. This is virtual where you can network with the other people attending. And I want people to maximize the value from it, like what they can actually take and execute on, because and I'll leave you with this, intelligence means nothing, right? People think, oh, I need to go back to school. I need this credential. I need more stuff in my brain. They need to take action. Action is everything. Intelligence. I know some very smart people that they can't fight their way out of a paper bag. Like they don't have that grit. But I know some people that you would think, oh, like they're kind of like Joe Schmo down the street. But if they have an idea, they execute. They
Yeah.
make it happen, and they're the millionaire plumber business owner. Or there are people like you and I that just let's take action. We don't need a fancy MBA or we don't need this or that. Let's just make it happen. So I encourage people to sign up below, but if you can attend live so we can really maximize not just what I share, but your execution of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that that's a great idea because like I was saying, people just don't know. They don't know who to trust. They don't know, who's really going to be the real deal. So, guys, you have met my absolute business partner today. He, like I said, I can't say enough good things about you, Alex, and your work ethics have been amazing.
Mm.
You've been so much more than I've ever even thought of paying you for. I mean,
Mm.
you really excelled, and it's just been an absolute pleasure to work with you every day since I have. And I believe that we first talked in October of 2022. And then
Yes.
I
Mhm.
didn't even get any, I wouldn't put it into action until February of 2023.
Mm.
So guys, just think had I just jumped into really getting busy, I could have been in this, 6 months longer or whatever than I originally was. But like he said, faith is an action word. So if you believe in what it is that you want to do with your future and you believe that you can make it happen, you have to have action behind that belief. It's not going to come to you and you sitting on the couch watching somebody else be successful on the TV
Mm.
screen. You need to do that for yourself. And it has been a complete game changer for me. And you know what, Alex? I just appreciate you. And I'm going to let you go because I know that, you're busy too. And just wanted to throw you out there this morning. So thank you so much for joining me.
No, thanks so much for the conversation. And thanks so much for anybody watching. Again, Christy put the link in the chat. I hope to see anybody that's interested there, and have a great day.
All right. Thank you guys. You all have a great day. I'm going to be back on today, off and on today, actually. And we have a Money Mix webinar that we're going to be doing at 1 p.m. today on this YouTube channel. So I hope you'll come back and join us then. All right. You all have a great Monday morning. And I will see you in just